Hi everybody, this is Dino Chris from Prehistoric Facts. This is an answering questions episode, even though we got one question, but even though, hey, what can you do, okay? Alright, Brendan from Morris, New York. My question is, will we ever learn more Fukuiraptor, Tyrannotitan, and other poorly known dinosaurs? Of course we will, of course. You see, it's just that those kinds of dinosaurs are actually poorly known to the public. And also, scientists actually kind of almost disregard some of these types of, some of the basically underrated types of prehistoric animals, just because basically there's probably only one specimen, and basically there's not enough to learn, and basically every time they try to find like a new specimen of that type of dinosaur or any other kind of prehistoric animal, then basically they come up empty, and they just discover other types of prehistoric animals or dinosaurs that are basically around that type of formation. And so, like with Tyrannotitan, yeah. I mean, you see, we still don't have a skull of Tyrannotitan. We don't even know what the skull actually looks like, so we can guess what the skull actually looks like. And then also with the Fukuiraptor, there's not really that much to actually go around for this type of dinosaur, you know, because there's this very little of the skeleton that has been remaining, and also basically where they're found is actually going to be the issue there too. Because like Fukuiraptor, it's found in Japan, so basically it's gonna be a very, very small portion of dinosaurs and other kinds of prehistoric life that actually are being found there. So basically, considering it's a volcanic island, and basically it's going to take a long time to actually figure out like if there are any other specimens out there, but we can only guess. Because you see, if I actually had to think of what is probably my opinion, the most underrated dinosaur that is actually out there, I would go with Eustreptospondylus. I think that's a very underrated type of dinosaur, even though it's kind of well known, but even though it's just that it's hardly paid attention to, and basically it's because there's very few that have been found. We don't have that many adult specimens. We do have a juvenile that has actually been found, but even though we really don't know if there's really enough of adult specimens to actually go with, but even though you can tell me what you think is the most underrated dinosaur of all time in the comments section under this video, and so that would actually be very interesting for you guys to actually come up with, is what is the most underrated dinosaur of all time, or what is the most underrated prehistoric animal of all time. It could be like a reptile, it could be a mammal, it could be a basically sea monster or anything like that, or pterosaur, anything like that, because I mean, you guys actually could come up with that, and so that would actually be pretty cool to actually do like a top 10 of an extra episode of possibly doing like a top 10 of most underrated dinosaurs or prehistoric animals of all time, and maybe do like most overrated dinosaurs or any other prehistoric life type of top 10. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of famous dinosaurs in the overrated list, but even though that's basically just a list, but even though that could be for extra episodes, but even though that's going to be quite a bit of a challenge though. But anyway, for the sake of the question, I think we still have a lot more to learn, especially from like the dinosaurs that we only have like one specimen of, or otherwise they've been put out into the public, but even though the public doesn't really want to pay any attention to them, because they're not either like big dinosaurs, or they're not like kinds of dinosaurs that people are probably gonna go like, oh, this is actually really cool. Hopefully we can actually get to see this, and but you see, I think all dinosaurs are pretty cool. And to my knowledge, and to me, I think all dinosaurs and another prehistoric life are just very, very cool. You got to give it a lot of respect for some of these animals that actually just died out millions and millions of years ago, and you just gonna figure, like, these were actually really cool animals in their time. And I mean, we wish we could have got to see them, but even though it's just that we can only use our imagination to actually figure out what they were probably like, and also what their behavior might have been, and all that sorts of stuff. I mean, that's just it's a lot of estimated guesses. All right, that's it for now. The next week will actually be a special episode. Now, just keep in mind, the next Answering Questions episode will actually happen within a few weeks after 2 weeks after the special episode, because I'll be in Oregon in the middle of August. So basically, I won't be able to do an episode for you guys, considering that I'm probably not going to be bringing my computer with me because of basically with a lot of traveling, going through airports and all that sorts of stuff. But I mean, they still will let you have a computer to go on a plane, but even though they'll actually make sure that you don't have any, they'll just have to make sure that you don't have anything that is basically going to be questionable. But anywho, the next Answer Questions episode will actually be the top 10 prehistoric battles, basically chosen by you, and that would actually conclude Prehistoric Battle Week. And I created this event on my Facebook page, Prehistoric Facts with Dino Chris. Check it out. You can actually look at the information. You can actually get the details on basically what this kind of event actually is. So basically, make sure you actually get as many prehistoric battles in as much as you can, and actually look through them, and then basically actually go through my top 10 that I think that all of you guys actually sent me. You can do that by actually going on the comment section on the Facebook page, Prehistoric Facts with Dino Chris. You can actually put in the discussion part of the event, and basically I'll actually read them, and then I'll actually see if I can actually get those, get the ones that I like the most to actually be part of that episode, and actually give my opinions on basically which animals would actually win. I wouldn't actually do like a bracket or anything like that. That's going to take too much time, and also that episode would probably be over 30 minutes long, and I don't really want to do that. I want to make sure I keep it under 20 minutes as possible. And so, but anyway, and also you can still send me as many battles as you can that you could think of, but basically they don't really have to be animals that lived in the same geologic time. But even though if you want to go that route, that's fine as well. And just to make sure that and also basically when I give my opinions on basically who would win in these fights, just make sure that if you disagree, keep it respectful, and also no harsh language, because you see, that's not how science is supposed to be. And basically, that's because see, in this particular type of science, it's basically all about opinions and speculation. So basically, it's all basically just about opinions, and you actually have to agree to disagree in certain ways, and basically not like go overboard and thinking like I'm right and you're wrong type of thing. You can't do that. But we can all agree to disagree on certain things, but even though, keep it respectful, and also and all that sorts of stuff. But if you agree with me, that's good. If you disagree with me, that's fine as well. You can always actually give your reasons why this certain animal would actually win in this particular battle. But even though I got one so far, but you're gonna make sure you get those in as quickly as possible by August 25th. Even though on the details I actually probably did it more like August 23rd. I'll actually go through all of them by August 25th, and I'll actually make sure that the episode will actually be uploaded on the 27th of August. So make sure you get in your battles in as quickly as possible, so that way I can actually look at them as much as I can. But even though you got at least almost under 3 weeks to get these in, so basically send as many as you can, and hopefully these battles will actually go really, really well. And I won't be able to do any visuals or anything like that in terms of like video making, because I don't really know how to do that. And basically there's like videos of like prehistoric battles that are made in a cartoonish way, which are actually fine. But even though it's just that, that's not my kind of style to actually do those types of videos. But anywho, make sure that get those in, and then actually give my opinions of what kind of prehistoric animals would actually win. But anyway, the special episode will actually happen next week. So if you got a dinosaur or any other prehistoric animal you want me to talk about, feel free to email the animals to me at dinocris71@gmail.com, or just go on my Facebook page, Prehistoric Facts of Dino Chris. Like the page, you can actually post those types of animals. It posts what you think the prehistoric animals you want me to talk about in the comments section. And you could still send me questions about dinosaurs or any other prehistoric life by emailing me at dinocris71@gmail.com, and go on the Facebook page, Prehistoric Facts of Dino Chris. Like the page, you can actually post your questions in the comment section on any Facebook post, like I said. And also, you can follow me on Twitter at CSGRILL. That's my Twitter page. I post pretty cool stuff on there. And also, take care of the people around you. And also, for younger people out there, make sure to listen to your parents, teachers, and your guardians. Those are the best motivation you can have for good education. It's very important to have a good education, because with good education, you get a good job in the future. Alright, and lastly, just make sure you get those battles in as quickly as possible, and send as many as you can, and that way I can actually look through them all by August 25th, and then basically get the episode done by Saturday and upload it up on the 27th, basically. And so, but hey, send as many as you can. I'll go through probably the top 10, and basically probably leave your name by these battles, so that way I can know who actually sent them in. You don't need to actually give me your full like your full name, like your first and last name. You just give me your first name, and basically and just give me and also probably mention where you're from, basically, like the city, state, or country of where you're from, and that way everything will actually go very smoothly. And basically, I'll actually probably do one or even two by at least one person in certain parts of the top 10. So basically, if there's like one or two people that actually have two battles in the top 10, then basically congrats you guys, because that actually shows that you guys have very cool ideas and very good ideas of prehistoric battles, and keep them going, okay? And all right, that's it for now, and I'll see you guys next week.